Hi, I'm here showing off my Ice Barriers decks today. It's not complete yet, and it's based on the water attribute, not just Ice Barriers, but I have a bunch of other cards in here that aren't Ice Barriers. And I've beaten Blackwings, Gravekeepers, and Gadgets, which is a Gear Town deck, the Gear Town Gadgets. Alright, so I'm starting off this with 3 Cryomancers, really great tuners. Your opponent, if you control 2, all level 4 or higher monsters cannot attack, 2-star tuner. I also have 1 Fishborg, helps me get out 5-star synchros. Can only be used for water attribute monsters. It's a 1-star tuner. Geomancer of the Ice Barrier, 3-star tuner. And if you discard a card from your hand, you can choose to select an attribute, and it cannot be destroyed by that attribute, or be attacked by that attribute. Reese the Ice Mistress cannot be destroyed by level 4 or higher monsters. 2-star tuner. 2 Samurais of the Ice Barrier, good 1800 beat stick. When you have Yumi on the or Legendary Ocean on the field, or sorry, scratch that Yumi. Legendary Ocean on the field, it's a 2000 beat stick, and if it's changed from face-up attack to face-up defense, you draw. It's destroyed, and you draw a card. I also have 1 Pilgrim of the Ice Barrier. He can't be destroyed by battle with a monster with 15 or 1900 and more attack. 1 Shock Troops of the Ice Barrier. I contribute this card and 1 face-up water monster I control to add an Ice Barrier from my deck to my hand. I'm really thinking about taking that out. Mother Grizzly, if she's destroyed, I could special summon 1 water monster with 1500 or less attack from my deck to the field. Spellbreaker of the Ice Barrier. I have 2. If I control her, I can just discard a spell card, water Ice Barrier monster, and your opponent can activate spell cards till my next turn. 2 Mermaid Archers. Basically, it's really good in this deck because you summon it and then equip it with another water monster. It has 2000 attack, and it's a really good beat stick. 3 stars. Penguin Soldier, you set, it's flipped, bounce 2 your opponent's monsters. Dance Princess of the Ice Barrier. If I control another face-up Ice Barrier monster, I can reveal any number of Ice Barriers in my deck to bounce spells and traps, set spells and traps my opponent controls. Mobius, if it's tribute summoned, I destroy up to 2 spells and traps on the field. Daisojo of the Ice Barrier. While he's on the field, my Ice Barriers cannot be destroyed by spells and traps. General Grunner of the Ice Barrier, when he's on the field, I can normal summon him. In addition to my normal summon, I can normal summon another Ice Barrier along with that. I put these 3 cards together because they all go with the card Yumi. Divine Dragon, Aqua Bazaar. I contribute 1 other face-up water monster on the field to get a field spell from or a continuous spell from my graveyard to my hand. Leviathan Dragon Daedalus. I can activate his effect and tribute Yumi to destroy all cards on the field except for him. Good blow up. And Codaris, I contribute a Yumi. It's pretty much a mini Daedalus. I contribute him and destroy up to 2 cards your opponent controls. Alright, let's move on to spells. Yumi, classical field spell for this deck. Increases the attack of fish, sea serpents, aqua, all of the such like that by 200 points. And decreases, I believe, machine and pyro monsters by 200. Legendary Ocean increases all water monsters' attack and defense by 200, and all my water monsters' levels reduced by 1, which turns Daedalus into a 1 tribute monster. Water Hazard. If I control no monsters, I can special summon 1 water monster from my hand. It has to be level 4 or lower. 2 Salvage, really good for this deck. You can bring 2 monsters from your graveyard with 1500 or less attack back from my graveyard to my hand. Medallion of the Ice Barrier, really simple. I get 1 Ice Barrier from my deck to my hand. I'm planning on running more of these, but I just don't have them at the moment. Magic Triangle of the Ice Barrier. If I have 3 Ice Barriers in my hand, I reveal all 3 of them and I can destroy one card my opponent controls, and I special summon one of the ice barriers. Big wave, small wave. I destroy all water monsters on my side of the field, and I can special summon water monsters from my hand, any level whatsoever, as equal to the number that I attributed. Lightning Vortex. Discard one card, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Book of Moon. Everyone knows what Book of Moon does. You flip one monster on the field facing on defense. MST. Destroy one spell or trap. Monster Reborn. Special summon a monster from either player's graveyard. And Swords Revealing Light. Opponent can attack for 3 turns. Moving on to traps. Tornado Wall. While I control Yuumi on the field, I take 0 battle damage. But when Yuumi's destroyed, this card is destroyed. I run 3 of these. Aegis of the Ocean Dragon Lord. What they do is, all my level 3 or lower monsters, they cannot be destroyed by battle or by effects until the end phase. Really good, especially when I have Legendary Ocean, because that turns out my level 4s and the level 3s. 2 Karma Cuts. I discard one card to remove one face-up monster my opponent controls, and it also removes all cards in their graveyard with the same name. 1 Bottomless. Removes and destroys, for all you Stardusts out there. With 1500 or more attack, removes it from play. Negate attack. Negates an attack and ends the battle phase. Magic Cylinder. Whenever your opponent attacks, you can negate the attack and they take all the battle damage, or your attacking monster's attack. Trap Stun. No, neither player can activate traps. Dark Bribe. Your opponent draws a card and you negate the effect of a spell or trap. And now moving on to the extra deck. X-Saber Wayne. Quite pointless in this deck, but I still run him anyway, just in case my Catastor's gone. Ally of Justice Catastor. Whenever it battles a non-dark monster, it's instantly destroyed with no damage calculation. My favorite synchro of all time, Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. You discard cards to bounce your opponent's cards back from the field to their hand. Good 6-star. 6-star, Iron Chain Dragon. Whenever you deal battle damage to your opponent, mill the top 3 cards of their deck. Flamvel Squeeza. What you do with him is, whenever he deals battle damage, or no, he's a piercer, and whenever it gains 300 attack every time it deals battle damage. Another good 6-star. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Has 3000 defense, 2100 attack, 7-star. I have 2. Whenever there's a field spell, you can pitch it to gain 1000 life points, and you can also special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand to skip your battle phase. And also, with Ancient Fairy, whenever you destroy the field spell, you search for another one. Psychic Life Transfer. For every I can remove from play 1 psychic monster, which is really no point. I don't have any, to gain 1200 life points. Scrap Archfiend. Good 2700 beat stick, 7-star. 2 RDAs, Red Dragon Archfiend. Whenever it attacks a defense position monster, all of the defense position monsters on your opponent's side of the field are destroyed. And destroy all face-up attack position monsters that do not attack this turn while it's on the field. Yeah, besides him, of course. Thought Ruler Archfiend. Whenever it destroys a monster by battle, you gain the destroyed monster's attack as life points. And also, if it would be destroyed by a card effect, I can pitch 1000 life points to negate it. 2 Stardust Dragons. I can, whenever everyone knows Stardust, whenever it would be destroyed, a card would be destroyed, you can pitch him to the graveyard, and then it comes back at the end phase to negate and destroy the card that activated the effect. Good against Descendants. Blackwing Dragon. Good, dominant against burn decks. What it does is, whenever your opponent does effect damage to you, you activate his effect and put a black feather counter on this card, and for every black feather counter on this card, it loses 700 attack. And you can remove all black feather counters on this card and have an opponent's monster lose 700 attack for each one. And that's it. Rate, comment, do whatever. Please subscribe.